All right. So let's. Oh wow, unable to find server. You are a dirty piece of shit. I guess it's taking its precious time, but it looks like Crispy is definitely going to be joining us here. Now he played last game, so he definitely has a little bit of on-field experience, and it'll be great to hear his perspective as to what happened last game before this game starts, if he can get in here in time. But just to see what went through his head, I really feel like they played well. At the end of the day, they weren't playing poorly. I just feel like they got outplayed. So here he comes right now. Crispy's gonna hop in here with us, and yeah, we'll see what he has to say about it. I'm not gonna question him too hard because it was a loss, and I'm sure it was hard for him. Definitely reliving it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna ask him about. What's up, Crispy? How you doing, my guy? So, we would like to ask you just one question, real quick. So, we casted your last game, myself and Flying Puff, and first game going in, you guys had a fantastic game. I know you guys pulled Happy up from your minor or your Maverick League, and he seemed to play really well. He was in his element. But what was going through your head in that second game? You guys lost the first game in overtime. The second game, the Alphas had lost their first series, and I don't know if you knew that, but they were coming back for revenge. I mean, I had no doubt in my mind that they were gonna play their hearts out, and that's exactly what they did. But what was going through your head as you're the captain of the Fruitcakes? Am I right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So as the captain, you're trying to bring your team up, coming back from a 1-game loss. You got 2 games left possible. So what was your thoughts? What were you doing?
Well, we scored the first goal.
And that was fantastic. That gives you that extra intimidation that I was talking about there, Fly.
Yeah, and I was like, hell yeah, we got the first one. That's all that matters. And we were playing really good defense. And then there was one. It was the first goal they got to make it 1-1. Happy got caught on something. I don't know what. I think he said he got caught in like the corner of the goalpost, maybe. I don't know. When he jumped in the air and it messed him up. But I saw him jump, so I didn't go. And they just got like a free goal. And then they just put 3 on us, and by the end of the game, I was like, we just lost. Yeah,
that's kind of how it looked too. It looked like you got a little bit flustered, and then you just couldn't catch your feet after that. But
I think they scored that first when they hit the ground running. They weren't playing their best at the start of game 2. They were missing some stuff that they were hitting in game 1. And
absolutely,
they got that free goal, and then something just clicked for them, and it didn't click for us.
I think they were definitely not looking to lose another game after that loss in the first series.
I will say that we did pick up the Redemption Series win right after that.
You did?
Yeah, 1-1 today.
Well, very, very good. Glad to hear it. We wished you the best of luck at the end of the last stream, hoping for that exact thing, that you guys would come back and win your next game, just as the Alphas did. They were 1-1 as well. They lost their first game in a reverse sweep, and hopefully you'll get to go back and watch that. And then the second game, they ended up winning against you guys. So, but we are ready to go. And if you'd like to play by play, I'm down for that. If you'd like me to, whatever works best for you, we can rock it and roll it. We can just play off each other like we did last time.
Whatever man, I'm just big show tonight. I'm gonna play off you tonight. Just
sounds fantastic. Now I did, however, figure out, Fly, that director mode is probably best for streams. I think that's what they use in the official RLPC 1. I watched it a little bit, and that looked like what they were doing. So I think that's what we'll go ahead and rock with. But yeah, coming into this, we got Lemonade, and we got Octane Airlines. And it looks like Hotspot and Frog Boy and Nanites are going to be your 3 team players. Frog Boy is the lowest ranked MMR on their team. It looks like that Manoa, I believe, couldn't make it, but you have Lemonade kicking it off strong with the first goal of the game. Drippy or Drippe, whatever you want to call him. Drippe? Probably Drippe. We'll see. But he just got that great boomer right off a Drax hit and straight into the net. Great way to start the game. Within 5 seconds, they're scoring. is great pressure that they're putting on. Frog's going up the wall, trying to get that nice shot off. He just can't get to it in time. And you got Hotspot coming up the wall, trying to get this nice center. He gets it, and it's a great pass to Nanites, looking for Frog Boy, trying to get him down. But thankfully, you know, he was sitting back a little bit, trying to be a little more careful, playing some defensive plays. You know, they're already down 1. They don't want to be down anymore. Especially starting off, you know, the last 2 series that we had on the channel tonight have been overtime first games, and that is not something that you want to trifle with, because that just puts a lot of pressure on the team. You know that the other team is just as good as you are. So if one of these teams can start off strong, get a couple of goals in, and then just hold it out, I feel like they'll do a lot better in the next 2 games.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think the big thing is that first goal in Indie League. People get that first goal, and we have a lot of people down here that tilt, or you know, their general morale gets shifted.
Exactly. Yeah, we were talking about that last game with you guys. It's just like a whole mindset. You guys look like you were having a blast when you were playing, and that's something that's hard to see. And I feel like if you're not having a blast when you're playing, then what's the point of playing? And a lot of these teammates, like you said, they just get tilted. And Drac going for those crazy shots right there, stuff like that is just, it's fun to watch. It makes the game interesting.
Yes,
it makes it enjoyable. So Drac going in for that demo, Freedom coming in and getting that beautiful shot off, open net after Drac cleared the way, you know, and Frog Boy just couldn't get away from him. Tried to get into the net to get that save and just got destroyed, literally. So Drippe looks like he's going for that kickoff. Go ahead.
I can let you know as well that Octane Airlines is actually the team that we just beat. So
gotcha. So Octane Airlines is definitely looking to come up with a win here.
Yeah, we beat them 2-1. It was we alternated games, and they played really well. They fought us all the way to the end of game 3 for sure.
Now Frog Boy coming in with that easy little tap. I don't think Drippe was ready for it. I think he was just looking for that clear. But like I said, Frog Boy being the lowest ranked MMR on the team, he definitely is showing that he can still play with the big boys. You know, he's not just a sub, but he's here to play. Yeah, you got Drac going for that clear. Go ahead.
Frog Boy was in Indie League last season. I think he came in a little bit later. I don't think it was there right at the start, but he's definitely a player that is never like shaken mentality. Like, he always thinks he personally can compete, and he always thinks that his team can compete and win games, and that's a big thing, especially for a team that's like borderline playoffs for OA.
It definitely is to have somebody who's confident in your team's ability, even if it's just one of the guys on the team. You know, to know that you guys can do it regardless of the other team. You know, they might be 10-0, and like we were talking about the Fruit Cups, where you guys pulled Happy from. I think they're undefeated -1 forced forfeit.
Yeah.
So playing up against a team like that and knowing that you're still just as good as that team, even though they've won every game, you have every opportunity to beat them. And I feel like that's the kind of guy that Frog Boy is. You know, he's coming in, he's having a good time. Ooh. Great shot by Hotspots, tying up the game. 2 minutes left. Fantastic pass by Nanites off the wall. And then Drippe tries to get the ball to go down and just couldn't get it in there.
Drippe,
but a great shot.
I've seen a couple of those whiffs right there in the front of the net by him back to back here.
Well, it's definitely a dangerous thing to do. When you're jumping up for that ball, you got to be confident in that, because your team, especially at higher levels like this, they're counting on you to touch the ball. Even if it doesn't go exactly the way you wanted it to, if you're going to fly for it, you better touch it. Because at the end of the day, I'm trusting you to hit that ball, which means I'm not wasting my own boost to go for that ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's just a hard game to play.
Yeah, that's the right mentality as well. You know, if you see a teammate going, not so much I'm not going to waste my boost, just, hey, I trust you to get that.
What a great corner shot by Freedom right there. Popping up, getting up there quick. A good pop off the wall by Drippe after he had already gotten a pass from Drac. It was a great play, good team effort. And
yeah, very well.
Exactly. You saw how Drac, as soon as he hit the ball off the wall, he immediately rotated back. He knew that his team was coming up for those pass plays, and he's like, yo, there's nobody in the back. And that gives them the advantage to be there for that defensive play, just in case Drippe would have missed that shot.
Yeah, I was going to point that out as well. Actually, I was impressed by it, because, you know, a lot of people will come and they'll turn and try and, like, get that pass, even though Drippe was there to get a really good pass, which he did. And there's a great shot again.
And Drac, yeah, fantastic shot by Drac there.
Oof. Man's going off this series.
He really is, and he just kind of he played it well. He waited for the ball to bounce. He knew that they would be there, and instead of popping it straight into the net, trying to get that boomer off, he knew they'd jump for it. Just slide it right underneath him, you know.
Yeah.
And the ability to think like that under pressure, to be able to see and realize that they know that I'm about to pop this dead center net, so let me pop it down. And that was almost a great play right there.
Oh. Kind of open
But a great demo and maybe a good shot. Oh, man, Hotspots almost pushes it through, but Drac just there to clear the ball. And Nanites trying to get it center, couldn't get it, nobody there for him. And thankfully, somebody was back to get that nice save. Nanites pushing up with the rest of his team. That's a little dangerous. You got a triple commit right there. There was nobody backfield. If they could have got that clear on the ball, Lemonade could have had that goal.
And there's another one. That third man rotation is really late, and they're in a bad spot. Good save.
And thank God Nanites was already floating for that first ball.
Yeah.
I don't think he could have gotten that save if he hadn't pre-jumped the first one.
I mean, you know, good save by him, but
it was absolutely it was a good save.
Yeah, situations like that are why they're down 4-2 right now.
It is, and the first game is definitely going to go to Lemonade. I was a little surprising to say the least. I thought Octane Air would have a little bit more of a grasp as to how this game was going to go, but I feel like they just came in and they lost that first goal. And it's like you said, that first goal is essential to any game. You know, and it's gonna be the game, the goal that sets the tone for the whole match.
Yeah, looking at it from the shoes of Octane Airlines, you have, you know, you just came off a series where you played really well, and then you got beat 2-1 in a really close game 3, and then you come into game 1 immediately after that, and right off the bat you see a goal go in. That's part of that mentality we were talking about.
It's demoralizing.
It may have slowed them down a little bit, but they have a really good chance right here. They have to bounce. They need a strong start to game 2 to get themselves rejuvenated right here.
They really do. And so the first game that we streamed, we had semi-intentional playing against Alphas, and it was a very similar game 1. You know, Alphas came in strong and they did their thing, but semi-intentional just wasn't ready for it. And I feel like that's kind of where we sat right here. You know, Lemonade came in strong. Octane Airlines just wasn't ready. You know, they weren't mentally prepared to start losing again after they had just lost their series. So I feel like if they could get the mindset that Alphas had after they lost, and that semi-intentional had after they lost of, you know, we're done. You know, I've lost 4 games today. I've lost 3 games today. I'm not losing another one. Then I feel like they could really come back strong here. And right there, almost putting the ball in right off rip. And four people whiffed it in that circle there. That was a little ridiculous. But it's little mistakes like that give Lemonade the advantage to take it down the field and put it in the net, because they're all flustered after they whiff the ball.
Yeah, I think, well, one thing, we're talking a lot about OA and, you know, their day-to-day, but Lemonade's a very good team. They're right now pretty sure that they have a playoff spot in the Granite Conference.
They definitely do. I think we decided they were, 8-3? Is that what they are, 8-4?
8-4 maybe. It's either 8-4.
I'm waiting on my the voice in my head to tell me it was 8-3, but he's not talking. 8-4. There he is, right there. So 8-4 is what they were, and they're definitely a great team. And I know that Octane Airlines has a little more losses than they do wins. So they're trying to look to recuperate that. But yeah, like you said, Lemonade is definitely a solid team. And they're not one to be trifled with, and they're definitely showing that this couple of games. They had the first goal this game. They won the last game. And I'm really worried that Octane Airlines might not even have a chance to come back from this.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't count them out quite yet. They got 3 minutes, only down 1.
Absolutely. And, you know, I've said it. Go ahead.
They do need to get something going offensively.
They absolutely need some momentum.
Because they're getting like a few shots here and there, but they're getting one shot and then all rotating back. They need a consistent run in the blue half right here, where they can just put shots on net and wear down on Limited.
Absolutely. And you know, like Cloud9 has that triangular rotation where you have
Ooh,
one person pushing up, one
great
person
play.
passing. What a great shot by Frog. But even if you don't have that exact rotation method, you know, having two attackers and one defender and then rotating that out is definitely a solid way to play, in my opinion. Like the last game, you were a solid third man. You knew when to push up. You had great defensive plays, and it was easy and it was noticeable when you guys were rotating because you could see it happen. And I feel like that's something that Octane Airlines really needs to get a grasp of really quickly if they're going to win these next two games.
One thing that could really benefit Octane Airlines is if one of these guys stepped up and like became a third man, not like necessarily changed their rotations or anything like that, but just like
paid a little bit more attention to being back.
Yeah, work on the skills and the mentality of a third man, because it's not the most glamorous thing. You kind of got
really not.
You got to be good at pretty much everything. You got to be good at power clearing and even still shooting and passing and 50s.
And you really have to be able to think about it, because if you're not paying attention to where everybody is on the field, and that's kind of where I feel like the captain is the best, because he does notice that his teammates are in certain positions and he knows how good they are and where they're best. And so having him be able to rotate up when he sees that, oh, I have a good defender coming back right now, or having him be able to stay back because he's like, yo, my best attacker's up front.
Yeah,
you know, that's a great ability, and it's something that I think is super valuable in a team like this.
Yeah, I think, which not to say, you know, that a captain can't be an offensive player or anything. Oh my goodness, tripping.
It was a fantastic redirect. Popped it upfield by Freedom, and he pops off the wall, gets a nice rotation, and puts it in. Didn't even give him a chance for the save.
Beautiful shot at 108 kilometers per hour as well. That was not getting saved.
It was an amazing shot. With pass plays like that, I mean, it just shows the level of thought that goes into a game like this, where he was on the wall well before Freedom hit it. He knew that his teammate was about to pass it to him, and he was ready for it.
Yeah, that's maybe these guys did some practicing, you know, having some synergy, because it didn't look hesitated or thought about.
It was 100% planned, and that is a beautiful thing sometimes.
Yeah. Now they're both right next to each other in the corner here. Not necessarily the best. It could be bad for him because Jacqueline's a little boost.
I gotta say, Octane's been doing a good job of keeping the ball in Lemonade's side of the field, keeping the pressure on. I just feel like they're having a hard time putting shots on net. That was almost a great pass play. It was a great defensive play by Lemonade there, and a good turnaround by Nanites. Ran out of boost going for the ball, but Frogboy is back, and Hotshot gets bumped. Hot Spot gets bumped.
Yeah,
and everyone's just kind of clustered in the corner right now.
Yeah, really good pressure by Octane Airlines. This is what they needed. They needed a nice long run, and they're getting it right here at the end of the game. But they have got to get the goal in.
You know, at this point in the game, if Lemonade scores, you know it's over. So why not put on that heavy offensive play? You know, making sure that you're keeping up the pressure, keeping the ball downfield. But I think that's it.
Nanites left.
Nanites rages. He's out. He's done.
Bad.
He does not want to finish this game. No GGs. No well played. He's done. But a fantastic finish by Lemonades in this second game, and a quick 2 games at that. You know, it was in and out. Lemonade knew what they had to do. They executed it well. Thankfully, Hot Spots and Frogboy getting those GGs in there, you know, being good sports. They know that, you know, the teammate's not super happy about it, but they realized that Lemonade did play a really good game, first and second game, and they just